Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry and it's time for some more Baldur's Gate 3. Now I've decided not to head out through this door just yet, because there are still Githyanki in here to slay. And Lae'zel isn't particularly happy about it since her own kind seem to have turned upon her. She's feeling hurt and betrayed. In fact, she's feeling really hurt.
I crave blood.
Look at this. Her constitution is 2 points lower than previously, from weakened constitution. Her intelligence is 2 points lower from weakened intelligence. And her wisdom is 2 points lower from weakened wisdom. If we scroll down here, it's the same description for each of them. Your ability score has been reduced by 2 by the Zafisk. The Githyanki device failed to harm your illithid parasite. Perhaps consuming more would mend your broken mind. And are we ready for the real kicker? Because we have some of these things.
Indolence breeds madness.
Here we are, a disgusting squiggly little thing in a jar. However,
this character does not wish to consume tadpoles.
Lae'zel does not wish to consume tadpoles, and in all honesty, I commend her decision, to be honest. That does place us in a bit of a bind, however. Very unfortunate. She's going to need looking after while she recovers. And perhaps there may be another way. I mean, remove curse might not do it. What have we here? Gloves of dexterity. Oh yes, the knife of the Undermountain King. So some kind of rat beast, maybe? This poor woman's been through a lot. And
I've got a long road ahead.
while she's been instrumental in our success so far, maybe at some point she will have earned her rest. At some
These
point
boys have seen
after
everything.
we have, hello? This looks rather interesting, doesn't it? After we've met a few more late game companions, maybe. Oh, well that didn't take long, did it? These gates appear to be closed. Alright, so... bloody hell. Okay. So at the moment they've got us bottlenecked. Why don't we do something about that? Go help her up. And heal her up a bit as well. You know what? Make it a big one. And then duck back behind cover. Hey, there's even a ladder. Now, Lae'zel. While she would love to rush in there and fight, or even leap up here, or climb the ladder, this is not a good position for her to be in. In fact, it's a particularly... oh, wait, they're even locked as well? This is the kind of situation where she might even advise falling back a little. Let them come to us and die in the doorway. Speaking of dying in the doorway, however... yeah, sure, we're going to stop that psychic rend. That would be quite nasty. Gale, as ever, proving himself to be the master of magic. Yeah, go on, jump up there, mate. He cast a jump spell to increase his jump distance, looked at the wall up here and went, nah, I'm going to run all the way around, mate, like this. So guess what we are going to do? I also understand what happened with the... Hello? 10 turns? No. Actually. And she saved anyway. You see, we have these spells with names like Lesser Restoration, which can remove blindness. In this situation, however... Okay. I'm going to go with a no. Although that's really tempting. And a potion. There we go. Oh, I'm not going to sneeze soon, that's annoying. Alright. Huh. So I was just thinking there, what we need is for something like Shield of Faith. And Jaria could have cast that on herself, but then being hit could break concentration. And hey, Shadow Heart's behind this great big wall. Thank you for unlocking the gate for us so we can get to you. Shield of Faith. Increasing it doesn't seem to really help at all. So... there we go. And let's see now. Oh, really? Well, how about we go for a really... level 2.
Take you.
And back up.
Fury. I am death.
So now, go unleash that fury, my dear. In a level 1 spell direction. Why can't True Strike target yourself? What was the point of taking it then? Okay. Do we have any active spells? No, we do not. We just pile them all on this one then. Excellent. Go on, unlock it. You know you want to. She's on full health at the moment. We can take it. I mean, she's not particularly happy about it. Don't get me wrong. Is he coming back this way now? He's coming back this way now. Maybe he didn't have the key to the gates. Hello? You come to fight us, have you? Hey, guess what? I think it's level 3 spell time. Can I get that one as well? Let's see. No, not here. I want it to be around there. Okay, at which point I can't really get the third one. Oh well. Good enough, I suppose. You were lucky enough to evade the blast. And Ardent Lin Aan is not as tough as these two warriors. You cast Old Person lays out also Wisdom save. Look, we'll just take it. Because... yeah, stuff it. Get hit hard. That was worthwhile. Stick with it. I just remembered a problem. Okay. Well, the problem has solved itself. I don't need to worry about an attack of opportunity based on movement breaking Shadowheart's concentration because it has already been broken. However, bloody hell. Right, look. I wanted to cast Lesser Restoration on Lae'zel, who doesn't appear to be held at the moment anyway, so... protection from energy... Can't do Psychic. Okay. Fear is a Wisdom save. And these Githyanki warriors do have a minor bonus to Wisdom saves. Right. Let's just go big. Wait. Necrotic or Radiant. Does she have something to do with Radiant damage? No. Okay, good. Worth checking these things. Wait. Okay. Okay. But if one of these is going to be more deadly to these foes, it's probably this one. Not that I think they're particularly devout. And protected from radiant damage. Alright, let's see what we can do. You will suffer, she says. Short rest? Sure. There's 2 Githyanki warriors here and they do need to be stopped. You know what? Intelligence doesn't check numbers. No. Allow it. We go for magic one just because they may have some kind of physical damage resistance. I thought he was going for cleave there or something, but he didn't. Alright, you know what? Let's go for an amazing ray of frost. Right up the arse. Cold bum, not very nice.
Well, so much for peace.
Look, we tried to be nice. You didn't want to know. I do feel that making all of the defensive buffs in 5th edition concentration based was a bad idea because it causes people to just rely on healing spells a lot more. And generally, prevention. You cast a protective buff, it could stop 2 or 3 hits. You cast a healing spell, might fix 1 hit's worth of damage. Now, that's an incredibly narrow way of looking at it. But it's basically a way of saying, actually, prevention is better than a cure, and always has been in this system. But since they made prevention so difficult now, you have to keep doing healing. Yeah, absolutely, protect over shield. Give that disadvantage. And I did it on the first attack instead of the second attack because I'm used to iterative attacks falling off from 3rd edition and Pathfinder. Right. You know what, just do it again. Freeze his ass. There we go. And maybe create a line. Where you'll be able to see these two soon.
No choice but to keep going.
Well, hit it. No. We're good. Oh, they found a line. Okay. Lines are good sometimes. Also, by making all of them concentration based and placing the limit of one concentration spell at a time, again, this became much harder to deal with. So we're going to go for a level 2, sure.
Take you.
We got any potions? Yes, but not the kind we could really do with right about now.
Swift and lethal.
Okay, can you get there?
Taking position.
What did she slip on? Oh, come on, that was taking the piss. Now, wizard.
Please, Mistra.
How about healing potions for you? I mean, it looks like you don't have any. In fact, I'd be surprised if we have very many at all at this point.
Can't stay idle.
Well, is he in? He didn't seem to be affected. It shouldn't be vision based. So that was interesting. So it's a disc, not a sphere. You know what? Give her a bit of protection, it might help. And while it would be great to rush towards the foes, stand near her with a shield to protect her from harm. Oh, it's Gale's Ice, that's what the target slips on. Yeah, this is going to end badly for us. Told you. Fuck's sake. He should have been healed there.
Not yet.
Alright. You know what? Throw in a level 3 one, just because you can.
Take you.
He's going to need it, and that was pitiable.
I will ascend.
How about ascending up here? And into his face with a sword. How is that out of reach? Well, she's just recovering. Okay, she's still getting her bearings. You, pal. With your shit undercut, need to die. Do we have... We do. Excellent. Yep. All of us could do with this. Heal them all. Oh, what's this? A high-level dangerous spell that could... Blocked. Fine. Must not use this. This is bad, this is wicked. It's nice and red, which makes it very obvious. Let's do this instead then. Make him an easier target for Lae'zel. Because the other two will have to deal with these. Yeah, shoot her, that's fine. Oh, really? Well, now he's definitely close enough.
Onward.
So, we got this spell called Sacred Flame. And It's only rallied, it's not... I mean, that's just going to give some temporary hit points, isn't it? You have a shit undercut, you must die. You look like that girl from The Crow, but
Victory
nothing
awaits.
like her as well. She goes, and then again. And then she hides behind this pillar and picks up the Frost Kiss Ale. And pays little attention to the book on the table. Because she's fighting for her life. Jaria. Hey, so, shoot him. Okay, not quite the result I was hoping for. Would also be nice if Gale wasn't down on the floor, but hey. Alright, let's see. You get shot. It's like Oprah Winfrey. And you get shot. And you get shot. No, you get shot. How about you getting shot instead?
Let my name be known.
And again. Yeah, we're going to stop that one. Getting a bit fed up of them all doing the same thing. At this rate, we're going to have to constantly rest to escape from here.
Let's light them up.
We're out of highs, onto low and mids. So, we don't like you doing this. Well, we tried.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Oh, lady, that was terrible. Well, that's a... I was about to say that's a bit of a relief, but I only got absolutely slogged, so...
Time to strike.
This is not working out too well for us. But let's see what we can do. Excellent, lovely. Oh, wait, really? Well, we don't want her falling down, so no. How about just running around here? Excellent stuff. Huh. Excellent. And then hide. Because you're kind of cacked on.
Still on my feet.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, stand where more people can see you. Look, for a 40%, I'm quite pleased. She needed like a 17 to hit. No, 13. Whereas Lae'zel needing like 10s. Now Gale, there's going to be a short rest after this, so blast away. Okay.
Comes easy these days.
I'll take it. Can she inflict damage before she goes down? She certainly can, because they always seem to hit.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
Wow. This definitely is forcing the Neverwinter Nights heal after every single encounter mindset, isn't it? Someone's out of spell slots completely. After just one encounter as well.
Something good here, I hope.
I've got a horrible feeling we went into this on full as well. For thorough account of how best to protect your mind from illithid manipulation and subsequent domination. I've told the story of the lead helmets before, haven't I? They weren't even lead-lined helmets, they were lead helmets. They proved to be the most effective method to date, despite providing no actual material bonus in any way, shape or form. When dealing with mind flayers, remember that it is in their nature to assess the utility, strengths and weaknesses of those around them and to manipulate in order to get what they want. Shit. Is that why we can use the examine option on everything in combat and see entire stat blocks? Ugh. The best countermeasure you can take against a mind flayer is simply to avoid it. Any attempts to outsmart it will fail. If that is not an option, then there are 3 things to remember that may just save your mind. First, pay attention to its actions, not its words. Where mind flayers are concerned, it is true that actions speak louder than words. Additionally, words that are tailor-spoken to fit a mind flayer's manipulative agenda. Secondly, strengthen your relationship with others. The greatest thing you can do to offset a mind flayer's designs upon you is to have allies. Strong allies. Trust in those you know you can trust, and build your relationships with them. They are the ones who will have your back when you most need it, which is really scary when you consider that mind flayers communicate with each other telepathically so much that they are virtually a hive mind consciousness. And mind flayers are all about community and everyone being mind flayers together. Or chattel. Thirdly, even mind flayers have wants and desires. Yes, they want to eat your brain. The only circumstances in which a relationship with a mind flayer may be beneficial to you is if you both want exactly the same thing. In the unlikely case that this is true, bear in mind that once you have outlived your purpose to a mind flayer, it will have no use for you. Very, very, very true. We're having that. Now, the booze, nosh. Broom and bucket. A collection of anecdotes about kobolds in Baldur's Gate. It seems a tribe of the industrious little scaly creatures were employed by the city to take care of sanitation. In essence, they were sewer workers, drain wardens, and waste disposers. However, in recent times, the city has been perplexed and thoroughly nose-wrinkled by the seeming departure of the kobolds. When asked about their disappearance, one citizen said, "Yeah, right, hope they turn up. Meantime, who's gonna broom up my piss and bucket my shit?" Who indeed? Like, pick up thy chamber pot and walk, surely. Is that too obscure a reference? You know, take up thy bed and walk. Never mind. Some people, eh? Right. A nice handy key, probably to those gates. Just +1. We're going to be so pleased. Okay, so now we're being
Mind my step.
prevented from even picking things up. Viridian crystal, lovely. Somehow underneath the crate. What on earth? Oh, it's a broken crate. That's how we were able to pick things up from inside it without opening it. I see. Alright. No. Oh, you know what? No, they can go back as well. Yeah, sure. Why not? Okay. It would also be very nice to give this back to Shadowheart, because it doesn't really belong to her. But she seems to be incredibly unwilling to allow anyone else to get hold of it. Right. Oh, hello.
Oh, action, not reaction.
This stone disc has Githyanki runes carved into it. Below them is drawn a translation into the common tongue. Kobolds entering the area. Pursuing dragon. Threat posed minimal. Suggested course of action ignore. So there was this thing
Have a lot
in
on my
3rd
mind.
edition
And, well, in it.
where some author decided that kobolds weren't little dogmen anymore, but instead were little mini dragon men. Now, this does merit a little discussion. In 1st edition, kobolds were little dogmen who occasionally had slightly scaly skin beneath their fur, but were very much dog-like in nature.
Have to
In
keep
2nd
going.
edition, the scales were completely forgotten. And when someone came to write stuff for 3rd edition, they remembered the scales and decided, hey, wouldn't it be great if we just made them like lesser, underdeveloped, degenerate versions of dragons? Well, it would not be better, but it's what they did anyway. And they decided that kobolds should be like dragon cultists obsessively worshipping dragons. Let's keep reducing this waste. And eventually, we want to hold on to that. Eventually, we'll find someone we can sell things to. Karlak wants us to go over the mountains rather than under them. She wishes us to find the smith who can mend her broken mechanical heart. Now, we still have the classroom and the infirmary. If we go to tackle the classroom now, in our current state, look, we can have a short rest, get a load of health back. We've got a few spells here. But
Let's move.
all things told, we would get well and truly shafted. We are once again forced to take a long rest, and the tadpoles grow in power and influence. Fortunately, I don't think we've done anything particularly monumental at the moment. How are you feeling?
You must have questions.
Yes, but not that one. Let's just get some kip. Now, them placing Lae'zel's camp right next to the spawn
Path
point
lies before me.
for this camp makes total sense. This has got to be so full of crap right now. Let's see if we can offload some stuff. Unfortunately, most of this is valuable, precious stuff that we want to keep and use. Oh shit, we did have good healing potions. Right, okay. Well then, let's split these up. There we go. Now, maybe okay, let's do those two. Oh. What can we actually make at the moment? Quite a few of these. Malice. This vial contains a fine powder that resembles smoke when shaken or tossed into an enemy's eyes. I misread that as resembles a snake when shaken or tossed into an enemy's eyes and was like, what? Okay. Oh, oil of diminution. Okay, make things smaller. So we can work on a few of these. Healing! Yes, please. There we go. Let's go get some kit. Oh, with recent patch, apparently the hirelings can now use the magic mirror. Okay, just a moment. Oh, itchy nose. Right. Let's have one of these pig's heads. Where have you gone? Well, look. Fine. Some roughly cut ham. Do we have some potato? A lemon. 2 chicken's eggs. A sun melon. Oh yeah, now we're getting somewhere. Boiled beholder eye stalks. Not right now. Okay. A butter bun. Some water Dahavian cheese. And some stale bread. Ugh. Okay, 2 raspberries. Poor Lae'zel, she really suffered for her devotion. We should, we shouldn't be nasty to her when she gets a bit grouchy. She's had a hard life. Now, give this to Shadowheart so she can throw it at people. I'd really like to give Shadowheart this, but I don't think she'd react very nicely. Obviously offloading some of this metal would be really useful, but I'm pretty sure... No. No. If it is pretty useful, this will not be the place. We'll either want some kind of merchant bank house, as these are essentially gold bars, or some kind of forge. Neither of which we particularly got down here. Let's go fight. Oh, game. Get me through the door. And the nastiness begins. Those are very high damage totals. Gale, if you would kindly wait for them to all gather together. No, Gale does not want to be psychically rent. And yes, the correct word is rent. R-E-N-T, not rended. Which does make you wonder. The term of paying rent to landlords, as rent implies rending, tearing things apart, destruction. See, you can shoot him, he's right there. Also, there may be others who are easier targets. But how about this? We tried. It is at this point that I remembered she would get 2 shots. Ooh, Istark must be different to Istik. Hello, Gale. These are spells. These level 3 spells. How about up to 6 creatures, you say? What? Okay, we have the deadly door bug again. And we know that the door will block line of sight until for us and not for enemies until it has been closed and opened once again. 2, 3, 4. You know what? Get closer. 1, 2, 3. Seriously. 4, 5. It'll do. And now back up so they don't hit you and break your concentration.
I'm ready.
Okay. Let's see what... You know, we'll go radiant damage this time. Because we can. Get that shield up and move in towards the foes.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
Absolutely. You know what else is worth the cost? Hitting this one with a weapon. Actually, that was not worth it because she would have died anyway to the spirits next turn. There we go. Yes, come running in. Sorry we weren't able to slow you in time. Uh-huh. I think Lae'zel has her targets ready. Love that fumble, don't love the 14 damage follow-up. 14 damage at this level is a lot. No, says Gale, you do not get to mess up my brain. Because it would mess up the slow spell on all of you. We are unfortunately definitely heading into Neverwinter Nights 1 full rest after every encounter territory. Can I get all three? I can get all three. I want to get all three. I will get all three. You're the one getting the most advantage. Oh, really? Okay. Hit it with violence. When in doubt, Lae'zel, apply violence to the situation.
I must heal.
I love the little dove flying up from a victim there. That was great. You get burned. There we go.
Got to focus.
Obviously, that's a lot of pain and damage.
Take you.
And then I want you to stand right about here. And loot that body. Why not? And send these things to camp while you're at it. I would say we've had a distinct lack of suitable traders recently, but there is the merchant in the Underdark still. Again. This is from the item, isn't it? So we'll just do that now. Excellent. Well, that worked. And this means we're going to want Spirit Guardians over here really quickly. Oh, for goodness sake. Well, kill it with damage. Works a treat.
Rough tempest I will raise.
How about acid arrow? Please don't admit you missed. Well,
On I go.
standing here is good. Actually, standing here is slightly better. As you have an ally in need of big healing.
Take you.
Nothing important is ever easy.
I shouldn't have done that. 1 hit point and the spirits. Big mistake. Oh, really? It works. Sometimes. Yeah. Give Kefk here something to think about.
Of course.
Hey Kefk. Chill out, man. You know. A little bit. Like 9 whole points of, hey, that looks very
Finish this.
interesting. I want to see what it is. No. No, I'm not going to do that. In fact, all I'm going to do is this.
Got to press on.
Survival is all that matters.
You know what? Take it easy. We got this. You think yourself clever? She sieves. Then she shoots. Twice. probably goes, ugh, or something.
Can't afford to let up.
You can run, but you can be chased.
Onward.
At the ready.
You can also be shot at. Oh, seriously. Regular attack. There don't seem to be touch attacks in this edition.
On the move.
Oh, okay. Fine. I thought it was a bit odd. She's that angry, she's taking it out on the tiles. I would say on the furniture, but... Okay, we're good. Alright, everyone, gather round. There's enough of us for that to seem worth it. And for this to seem worth it as well.
That hit the spot.
All empty, all good. More to plunder. Note on mindflayer anatomy. Well, they've got no voices. Oh, I'm so glad I had Lae'zel selected for this. She's not going to like this. There's suppressed knowledge, and it's here. Let's tidy this up a little, shall we? What's this? More lore of my people. This stone disc has Githyanki runes carved into it. Below them is drawn a translation into the common tongue. The Prince of the Comet, Orpheus himself, led his honor guard into battle. Their red dragons bellowed with righteous anger and the heavens erupted. The glorious prince cried to all who could hear him, "Praise be to my mother Gith, the queen of the one sky, sacrificed to the hells by the renegade Vlaakith." But the true heir, the Prince of the Comet, could not overcome Vlaakith's knights and their ill-gotten worms. Mighty Voss, versed Kithrak, lit the astral sky aflame. When the ash had cleared, beloved Orpheus was gone. We're going to let Jaria carry this, so Lae'zel doesn't have to be burdened with it.
Another story about the Githyanki prince.
Are you okay?
You must have questions.
Okay. She's... Yes, let's ask about this.
Your mind connects with Lae'zel's, and together you envision the Githyanki disc.
Another part of the Orpheus tale. This one has been translated to common.
I'd like to hear you tell the story. I don't think she would like that. There's no need to read it out loud. But saying it out loud, repeating it to us, will help make it real for her.
Fine. The Prince of the Comet, Part 2. The Prince of the Comet, Orpheus himself, led his honor guard into battle. Their red dragons bellowed with righteous anger, and the heavens erupted. The glorious prince cried to all who could hear him, "Praise be to my
She may
mother
have commentary
Gith,
after reading
the queen
this.
of the one sky, sacrificed to the hells by the renegade Vlaakith." But the true heir, the Prince of the Comet, could not overcome Vlaakith's knights and their ill-gotten worms. Mighty Voss, Gestil Kithrak, lit the astral sky aflame. When the ash had cleared, beloved Orpheus was gone. True heir, glorious prince, there's no greater crime than to exalt the pretender called Orpheus.
Now,
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
easy, woman. Haven't you had violence enough already? Mostly perpetrated upon your own person, no less. She's like, there can never be enough violence. Maximum killage! Ah, yes.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Despite everything, indeed. Insights gleaned from research. It'll be interesting to see how this compares with what I'm familiar with from the illithid. Mindflayers must consume the brains of humanoids in order to stay alive. It is said that the act of devouring a humanoid brain results in a state of euphoria and contributes to the thin glaze of mucus that coats a mindflayer's skin. Some researchers go so far as to claim that it is possible to deduce how recently another mindflayer fed, and indeed the health of its victim, from the viscosity of that mucus. Little is known about what a mindflayer's brain contains. Some have argued that their skulls are filled with eggs that will later become the tadpoles with which they enthrall their victims. No. Others propose that the brain is in fact a cluster of pure cerebral nerves. Wow, we've gone into... Cerebral is an unusual word to see in a medieval fantasy context. Since mindflayers procreate by tadpoling humanoids, they technically have no need of genitals, but I have been unable to verify this in the absence of any written record. Yeah, mindflayer genitals kind of shrivel up and rot off as part of the transformation process because they're just not even needed by the monsters anymore. They are, in a sense, like Ken dolls. Oh, Lae'zel, look at this now. They got a mindflayer training dummy like yours.
Assume nothing.
Indeed.
We trained on effigies just like this in Kresh Kalir. A reward for destroying one, crafting a replacement.
I was just having her hit one for old time's sake, and she got a dialogue line for it. Brilliant. That's great. That's perfect.
With haste.
We should pay attention to things like that. Hello, what's this? Okay, a fairly normal sword. Not one of Githyanki design, I hasten to add. It too, like so many other things that have been discovered here, shall be sent to camp. I believe there's only one Githyanki remaining guarding the hatchery. Unfortunately, the servants of Vlaakith mean us ill will. And it would not do to leave any alive. Now about this comet.
This imposing portrait depicts a powerful Githyanki warrior, undeniably regal in her mien.
Again, that's not how you pronounce Maine.
She is both the sun that blinds us and the void that contains us. Praise be.
In the corner of the painting is a small symbol you can't quite place.
Again, I do not see a reason why I would deface the portrait in the presence of one of its most reverent adherents.
As hard as you rack your brain, the symbol doesn't look like anything you've seen before.
So, these stories of the Githyanki prince, the pretender to the throne, they do seem to reinforce the belief that Vlaakith is a fraud. Okay, looks like there's two of them. Three. So it does seem like a little bit of a problem. Okay, he can't make it through the doorway. I take it back, he can. Is there some kind of powerful protective spell? Oh well. You'll do. Okay. I'll take it. Interesting choice. We must remember not to use acid. No acid arrow spell for us today. Can we run through? No. Okay, well let's just focus on getting through for now, shall we? Huh. And not quite far enough. And not acid then. Actually, we don't want to burn. Oh dear. Works.
I won't give in.
And a sword.
Cutting to the chase.
No, it's a mace, isn't it? And once we've left this place, we can return to the singing sword, which we have not yet used. Hello. Well, you want to fight? Thank you for closing the gap. Oof, distance for us. Ow. We can live with that. Okay. I imagine we get a lot of that. Yep. Shield her.
Let me strike true.
Alright, there we go.
Swift and lethal.
And sword on sword. To the death. With friends. Much better.
Time to push my luck again.
Take it. Bugger's still got a hit point left. Well, we know what to do about that, don't we? Ugh. You're making it very difficult for me to do what I wanted to. Speaking of which, bloody hell. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to here, cast our spell, keep going. And we didn't quite make it. Oh well.
Take your
Better than nothing, I suppose.
strike.
I wanted the magic to do it. Oh, lady, that's harsh. Okay. Go for it soon. As he's otherwise likely to suffer some more. Instead of the water, in case it matters. Investigation successful. Okay, I don't know what that is yet, but apparently it may be important. Right, that's right, he's recovering.
Need to keep fighting.
Right, you get right here. There we go.
I am fury. I am death.
Then bring the death to this bugger right here. One sword swing at a time. Oh, lady, we've really got to work on your technique there. She's still recovering from getting messed up by the Zafisk. Doesn't work, there's a door frame.
Don't get too close.
Okay, look, this is starting to get tiresome, so... Cannot find path. Bollocks, can you not find a path? Little door bug again. Door bug once again, people. It never ceases to amaze.
Tormentor!
To me.
You know when you've been door bugged. It's like being tangoed, but less orange.
Will ascend.
Ah, just when you were at the point of maybe being on a roll. Wait, no, just don't sit on the bench. Everything counts. Oh, fuck off. Oh, seriously?
Wonder if the gods
Dear
are watching
God.
me.
Time wasted. Battle awaits.
Why? Why was the healing not enough? You piss-ass shit bastard cunt wank.
Death can't have me. Not yet.
Oh, great. We don't even get to do that. Fine. Now let's see what this blue mark on the water. Oh, acid. Yeah, don't do that. Is the whole thing acid or just that bit here? The whole thing is acid. Get out of the water, Gale. It's
wary.
not water.
This place is trapped.
Oh, lovely. On top of everything else.
Can't afford to stay idle.
Oh, it's going to be like DC 30, isn't it?
Nasty surprise. Caution is warranted here.
Nope. Just a 10. So, what we really want to do here, to to avoid taking masses of acid damage.
Let's see what we have here.
A key, of course there's a key, which means magic boots, nice. Oh. Oh, some pretty clothes. This message has been inscribed in the common tongue. Cuckoo, a new batch is arriving soon. You are still holding out hope for the hatching of that final egg. Give up. If it can't hatch on its own, it's not worthy of joining our ranks. Destroy it and move on. Kifrak Ferazin. Oh, Ferazin was more nasal, wasn't it? Kifrak Ferazin. So where could the final egg be? Acidic surfaces don't affect you and you're... okay, perfect. In fact... for reasons which will become blatantly apparent, extra perfect for the current location. Lae'zel, if there's an egg here, I think you deserve to be the one to find it. Just try not to blunder into every single possible trap out there. Otherwise you'll have to use second wind. Something tells me... so the cells are not where the egg is kept. Wait, what? It teleports us in here? Intriguing.
Just as I expected.
Indeed. And I imagine you just failed to find another one. That is the egg. I see.
Entirely too empty. I'd expect to see 15 eggs at the very least.
Teleport backtrack.
Fine Githyanki egg. At least on the outside. You can see a vague outline of something within it.
I think she should reach out and touch the egg like, hello?
The egg is warm to the touch. The rough shell like slate beneath your fingers. Whatever is within is stirring ever so slightly.
If we pick it up and take it back to camp, and it hatches, and we get a baby Githyanki, will the owlbear cub eat it? I don't care, she wants to look after this and be a mummy. Here's the question though, if we take the egg back to camp, right? And man, I should have got a screenshot of her reaching out to touch the egg. Oh, I'd have to... That's annoying to try and grab those post recording, but hey. So if we take the egg, right, and potentially hatch a baby Githyanki, it'll be like... I imagine they don't grow up that quickly. I mean, they might need to as a warlike race. Could explain why they're so immature and emotionally unstable and repressed. But if we do, one could argue the opportunity of raising one outside its natural environment. But Lae'zel would be there, and she'd be trying to instill traditional Githyanki values. And it could grow up being just as nasty and wicked as she is, and many of her compatriots. But I don't think we can leave it here unattended. For it to just hatch and grow up on its own in the wilderness, with no one to feed it, you don't leave a baby with no one to feed it. That's just wrong. Otherworldly miasma. Well, let's just jump back.
Another stride toward fate.
Hey, that works. Teleport traps back towards the exit are perfectly fine. Oh, you know what we need to do now. We need to do something very special. We need to go to the woman beyond the camp who wanted to buy a Githyanki egg. And we want Lae'zel to walk right up with her to the egg. With the egg. And we want the woman to say, "Will you give me that egg?" And we want Lae'zel to say, "No." Right? You know it makes sense. But let's also go and see what this side door means. Right? Let's see where it goes. This area would have felt more immersive if we hadn't had to rest twice in the middle of it. Was it maybe 3 times even? I mean, obviously the fact is it should be probably this dangerous, although the enemies probably shouldn't be hitting for 14 damage a time at this level. Maybe like 10 or 12, but yeah, 14 feels a bit much, you know? Take the egg, Lae'zel. Take the egg to see the sky. The sky overhead from whence it came. Maybe it just needs a little bit of warmth and sunlight to warm it up. And where, pray, does this gate emerge? Apart from a black load screen. Is this really just a dead end? I see jump point and vines. I see jump and... Okay, let's just try. I don't believe you when you say there's not enough space for it, because there blatantly is. Really? We're on this side of the monastery, down here. Okay, so yeah. I don't think we could have come in this way, coming down originally, but it's good to know where we are. Let's go back to the cable car. If I can remember where it is. Over here. No, it is out this way, I think. The squarish structure used to house it, didn't it? Bear the egg with pride, woman. Like Eostra, the hare-eared goddess. I go. Still, we would deny this so-called scholar. She knows nothing of my people. I am the fitting mother of this child. The thing is, does she dare leave it at camp? Good, it's not food. There's iron bands around the egg? No wonder it hasn't hatched yet. What was that? That audible cry. Was that the Inquisitor's dragon returning? I don't think so, but it did sound like a chorus of voices.
Stop there! Not one step further! I left your stupid creche while you're still chasing me. I don't even want your bloody eggs!
Really? Then why did you try to persuade us to sell you one? My eggs.
Well, not your egg specifically, any Gith egg. You're not from that creche, are you?
She's repeating her previous
How
conversation.
fortuitous. And not just because you're not trying to kill me. I was hoping to meet a friendly Gith, actually.
You seem to have mistaken me for a Gith who is friendly. What makes you think I'm friendly?
It's simply because you look so pleasant. Or fearsome? Pleasantly fearsome? Look, I've already been threatened with death today, so relatively speaking, you seem nice. Can you help me?
We're just going to turn around and walk away.
I knew
shit.
I was right about you beasts.
Thank you for not trying to boot him over the edge. Right, look, because that was a complete and absolute mistake, we don't want to hurt you, lady. So we're going to hurt you. Quite a lot, apparently.
Time to strike.
In fact, excessive use of force is exactly what Lae'zel wants to apply to the situation here. You will not have this egg now or ever. Oh, that's such a shame. She could have... Look. You got a weapon. Once in a while, it's worth making use of it. Yeah, shielded. Oh, and now she's using poison.
Assume nothing.
Oh, that's a lot. I mean, I wasn't planning on robbing her, but take this as a trophy. An opportunity for some.
Time to rest.
You know what? So that was a bit of a misunderstanding, but not much of one. Hoppy. Not the most elegant of weapons, the Warpick's cumbersome weight certainly allows it to be deadly in combat, when wielded by a strong arm. Inexplicably, this one has a small rabbit carved into the handle. Okay. Makes a certain kind of sense. Cacophony. Thunderous Smite. I have a feeling that is a close combat spell. I'm not taking everything because I didn't mean to duff her up. Let's go. Big mistake. If I'm gonna go sell a load of stuff in the Underdark,
One day I'll catch a break.
then I can go and pick up a load of stuff at camp first. Let's see if we can talk about this egg.
You must have questions.
We found a hatchery with just a single egg. How many does a clutch usually contain?
Kalir's clutch held 3 dozen eggs, more or less. Though I've learned of creches that harbored 100.
Who does the laying? Who has to squeeze an iron-bound melon out from between their thighs? Githyanki look quite humanoid. How did you evolve to lay eggs? Or rather, how did you not evolve away from laying eggs?
Humanoid. How I despise the term. Githyanki are quite superior to humans. Our biology slates state that Githyanki came to lay eggs after we escaped illithid enslavement and took to the astral plane. It's an asexual process, a favorable change by any estimation. Hideous to imagine a life where I couldn't partake in the pleasures of sex without the looming threat of bearing children.
Wait. Right. Hideous to imagine a life where I couldn't partake in the... Right, so I was like, she only finds sex enjoyable because of the threat of impregnation? Wait. Couldn't partake it. I think that's what she's saying. So she... Not scary, but disgusting, right? So she would prefer a life where she could partake in the pleasures of sex without the looming threat of bearing children. Oh, a life where she couldn't have sex because it might get her pregnant, I think is what she's saying. Who does the laying? I'm curious about the logistics.
Shukiani. Githyanki chosen by Vlaakith herself to bear young. The queen assigns when and where they must lay, and how many eggs they must bear. The Shukyani pass their eggs in the material plane. In the astral, time barely passes. It is a meticulous process, carefully timed so that the eggs hatch at once.
And yet this one has not. I heard a distressed sound. It might be the owlbear cub. Right. Let's get overburdened, shall we? Really now. All I'm trying to do is tidy up this space. But you are determined to deny me. So, to the Underdark we go. I cannot fast travel right now. Why not? Really? Can we at least leave camp? Impressive. Why not? Why are we locked in this location? We can also probably turn that off. There's clearly something we must do before we're allowed to leave this
can
place.
boast that they've been to a Githyanki creche and survived. Perhaps that's a good omen for our chances going forward, if you're feeling optimistic.
Yeah, please do. There's nothing special or unusual here. So, what is preventing us from traveling? Oh, did I long rested it, that's why. Okay. All makes sense now. We're just going to go with one of these big supply packs for now. And hope nothing particularly unpleasant occurs while we rest.
Open up.
What the hell have you? Oh dear God, why? Did it get put in a bag? No, you fucking hell. This is what happens when... So... That's good to know. Okay. So... Uh-huh. Okay. Let's go sell stuff. Now, I did make a promise to free the gnomish prisoners. What? Look, I'm trying to... Why? Seriously, stop taking the fucking piss and just let me leave camp. You stupid numpties. Oh, fuck off! I've already rested once. What? This can't be good. You're dead. We killed you.
Supreme Githrak, has Vlakith sent you to slay me with your own blade?
I've not come to kill you, Lae'zel. I've come to aid you.
Uh-oh.
Don't trust him.
This can't end well.
Skakek Kir Gith Shabeleth. My blade rests. Mother Gith compels you to listen.
Is it his egg? She's inclined to want to believe him. But I think she'll appreciate our support this way rather than us dominating the situation. That being said, she does have diminished facilities at the moment.
Speak. My ear is yours.
I know you carry the astral prism,
Oh
Lae'zel.
no.
Within it lies the seed of Vlakith's demise, and I intend to help you bring it to fruition.
Vlakith's demise? Skaketh. I should run you through for suggesting it.
But we know what she's been learning lately. Are you asking about the person inside? Do you know who that is? Is he going to ask for him and his warriors here to enter into the prison? What are you asking of us, boss? This is potentially giving away too much information. You must be either a fool or a hero to work against your own queen. I'm not giving you the astral prism if that's what you're wanting. Do you know what is inside?
If they have not said, they must have good reason, and I won't be the one to betray them. But the one inside's chosen you as an ally, protects you with their power. That very power will be the end of Vlakith's tyranny. The prism's tenant must be let loose. I've sought their freedom for eons. When the prism went missing, I feared the worst. Instead, you've granted the opportunity I've so long awaited. All that remains is the key that unchains them. And I've found someone who I believe can provide it. Bring the prism to Baldur's Gate. I'll be waiting in a taproom called Sharess's Caress. That is where we decide the fate of my people. Lae'zel, together we will break our chains and be Vlakith's slaves no longer.
I am no slave to still Githrak. The Undying Queen is my freedom. It is she who will purify me, and she who will ascend me.
Lies, Lae'zel. Every last one. There is
Oh,
no
dear.
purification, no ascension. The Zaith Isk does not purify, it extracts memory and kills the infected.
Well,
Nor
we
does
knew
the
this.
Lich Queen glorify the Ascended. She feeds on most all of them to grow her power and pursue godhood.
It's that
Madness.
kind of ascension.
You flood me with this heresy. I will hear no more of it.
Oh, this is what she wants to hear right now. But it's not what she needs. Vlaakith's led you astray. I believe him, and so should you. This would really upset her. What do you want to do, Lae'zel? We know what she wants to... We're not sure this is what she wants to do. But he does speak the truth about the Zaith Isk. You need to trust him.
I served Vlaakith the whole of my life. Learned her words, fought her battles. Yet she names me her Sharlak. Your words carry truth. I will meet you in Baldur's Gate. Do not make me regret it.
She ends with a phrase we've heard before.
Lae'zel, I see Talakma Gear in you, sister in freedom. Together we will be our people's light. Take this. It is a Quanith, a psionic detector. The Queen's warriors hunt you. The Quanith will sound you out when you come near their portals. Hear its cry and prepare for battle, or slip away.
Interesting.
I should go. Vlaakith's gaze pierces the seas and skies. She believes me loyal, and I can't afford her mistrust. Keep the astral prism close. Let no one take it from you. Slay any who try. Now to Baldur's Gate. I'll be waiting, Lae'zel.
So, interestingly there, Lae'zel was in full armor and ready to fight, as we were not, which implies that cutscene could have played out very differently indeed. This item we have been given should be held by the one who wants it most. And clearly now this is something very important she wants to speak about. Also, we can probably fast travel again now. But I'm not going to leave camp without addressing this. She's placed herself on a very dangerous path. And surely she knows this already.
Vlaakith Kosivim Hrath Crashet. Only in Vlaakith may we find light. These were the first words I ever read on Tirsu's slate. But they are no mere aphorism. They are law. They are creed. The root from which the 10,000 protocols stem. Forsake one protocol, and forsake Vlaakith. Forsake Vlaakith, and be the blood and meat which sates her dragons. If Voss speaks true, if Ascension is a lie, if tadpole purification is a fairy tale, then I have not sinned against Vlaakith.
But she has, yes,
sinned against
exactly.
me.
Voss called Vlaakith a tyrant. Does this mean you agree? Lae'zel would agree, and she'd approve of tyranny. What does Ascension entail exactly? If Voss is wrong, If his claims are wrong and Blackif's are real? That's a bit insulting. Who do you think the one in the prism is?
I don't know. I can't know. And that drives me mad. At first, I thought them an illithid deception, a trick of the tadpole. But the dream figure is real. It lives in the prism. Voss believes they are the seed of Vlaakith's demise and the agent of Githyanki freedom. And I believe he may be right.
Now, this whole storyline reminds me of the reason I stopped playing the main storyline in Neverwinter Nights 1 about 2/3 of the way through, where we had to travel to a pirate city. And there was some gates locked, some, mechanical reason why we could not continue. And there were 2 pirate gangs in the city. I say gangs, but the 2 pirate princes essentially running the gangs. And as far as I'm aware, they were established canonical characters, and the game wanted us to kill one of those characters. They didn't care which, to be able to continue along the main quest. At which point they were wanting us to break the campaign setting, right? To drastically change it in some way. So that any time we played a game in that setting and thought of that city and went, oh yeah, one of those princes is dead now. They don't exist anymore. They don't matter. We've already killed them. But they're still alive here and we're supposed to protect... It feels almost disrespectful to the source material, and that's why I stopped that particular... So this is interesting, right? This is officially endorsed by Wizards of the Coast, and they wanted this to be made. I'm not sure if there have been rumblings about this particular thing, because we do know Vlaakith, the Lich Queen, kind of came out of nowhere. The Githyanki were totally fine before she existed, and then suddenly she appeared. So this story about her being a pretender, a false goddess, is quite interesting because she does have the power to grant her clerics and priestesses spells and perform miracles of a divine nature because she has that much worship and adoration. What does Ascension entail exactly, apart from being devoured by Vlaakith and her dragons to feed her power?
Ascension is a young Githyanki's greatest honor. Long ago, the Geich enslaved my people. They dominated our minds and bred us for war, until Great Mother Gith took a hammer to our bonds. From the day of our hatching, young Gith have one purpose: to train hard enough to slay a Geich and take its head. Then, we speak the rite of Ascension, and a red dragon comes to fly us to Vlaakith in Tunarath, City of Death. We are honored with an eternal home in the Astral, celebrated for our victory. We are ascended, or so I believed.
But we know this isn't true, just ask any Githzerai. Not Githyanki, Githzerai. I like this detail work on the skin. I don't mean the shadow of the ribs, I mean this actual creasing. And what if Voss is wrong? If his claims are wrong and Vlaakith's are very real?
Then, when the Kithraki come for me, and come they will, I will submit to their blades. They would feed me to their dragons, and I would deserve no better.
Although she did look upset there towards the end of that line. A bit of remorse, perhaps. Feeling sorry that she had ever been so foolish. Do you agree that Vlaakith is the tyrant Voss claimed?
I'd never thought Vlaakith a tyrant, or me as a vassal.
Interesting.
She was the source of my might, and I the envoy of her will.
Envoy.
A warrior, a champion, a destroyer. But if Voss is right, and Vlaakith consumes the Ascended to gain power, then I am no destroyer. I am mere livestock, bred to be harvested and devoured. Every Githyanki is a slave with a singular purpose. Not to cull the Geich, not to prevent their grand design, but to raise Vlaakith to true godhood.
Don't be livestock. You could be a liberator. Let's leave camp.
Yes. I'd like time to think. We'll meet Kithrak Voss at Sharess's Caress in Baldur's Gate. Until then, be vigilant. Vlaakith's eyes are upon us.
Now here is an interesting thought. Why can't we fucking fast travel right now? Do we need to rest again? Good God, people. Are we going to be attacked when we long rest this time? That could make total sense. Please, just let us go from this prison of a camp. It's as if we're in the astral prism ourselves, desperately trying to escape. And at last, let's get the bleep out of here and sell some crap. A player can't... What? A player can't travel. Why not? Why not? What now? Dear goodness, please. Right. Get out of camp. Dear, 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 dear. Even if I have to walk all the way there, it shall be done. Why are we subjected to a player binding spell? That's like a level 5 or 6 spell or something, isn't it? We're just trapped, unable to use the bullshit fast travel lie cheating options. Okay, so we have been brought back here. The fast travel did take place. Is it that we couldn't travel to a location we were already at?
At the ready.
Let's not question it too much. And let us offload some of this crap while the merchants are still here. And then we can go and rescue some gnomes. Although, given it's nearly 3:30 in the morning, I should probably leave that till next time.
No point in lingering now I've got the noble stock.
Yeah, well look, about that, can we buy it? Please, I'd be What's a gulf? I suspect... not. I don't overtly remember what it looked like, but I know there'd only be one of it. She sells Timusk spores. Those would be helpful with Omeluum. Speaking of which, I think I seriously messed up when I took Omeluum up on his offer. And we attempted to weaken the magical... Well, he attempted to communicate. So this is a... rusty? Chipped and rusty, but otherwise the same design. That's the only one of its kind we've seen. Interesting. So yeah, I think I've messed up, right? Not only oh dear. Hello. Right. So. Jaria has gained a psychic mindflayer power that she didn't want. And we appear to have allied with the Dream Visitor. It feels like we're going to turn into a mindflayer and have a very nasty end of the game. Why is the half plate 10 more valuable than the scale mail +1? The +1 enchantment must be worth 1 less than the +1 base armor class of the half plate, somehow. Which is intriguing, but feels odd. Well, Gale, I'm pretty sure you don't need that hammer. No, that's not a feather. It just looked like it. We will certainly be looking to possibly offload some more stuff next episode, but for now, the hour is growing late, and what the hell can I... Hello. Jaria is carrying a lot, and we have lots of these. Look, she's got another one right there. Got lots of these back in camp. Also, I'm going to do this, even though it's a much less powerful weapon. Oh. Oh, but what if...
At least things have stayed interesting.
If we gave the blood of Lathander to Shadowheart, who doesn't even have a name, she just has 2 words tacked together. Right, look, I'm gonna leave it here. It's getting late, and it's certainly late enough. So, I'm gonna bid you all adieu. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this one, and see you all next time. Bye bye for now, everyone. Cheerio.